Hello, my friends. Life is too short to waste on people who smile at you, but secretly hold a dagger behind their backs. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The company we keep affects our inner peace, and recognizing false friends is a skill that will serve you well. Seneca also warned us, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. It is a waste of energy to engage with people who harbor ill intentions behind a facade of kindness. Today, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of Richard. Imagine experiencing these subtle but painful betrayals firsthand. Would you see the signs? Would you question your own instincts, wondering if you're being too sensitive? Or would you trust your gut and act wisely? The truth is, some people wear a mask. They pretend to like you, to support you, but deep down, they harbor envy, resentment, or hidden agendas. They might smile, but their heart does not beat for you. Why? Because they are not your friend. They are actors in a social play, putting on a performance that benefits them. Let's walk through Richard's journey and uncover the 7 signs someone dislikes you, but pretends to like you. 1. They give you backhanded compliments. Richard once worked with a man named Dennis. Dennis always seemed supportive, but would slip in comments like, "Wow, you actually did a great job on that project. I didn't expect that from you." It seemed like praise, but there was always a sting. Now, put yourself in Richard's place. How would you feel if someone praised you in a way that left you doubting yourself? At first, you might brush it off, thinking, maybe I'm just overanalyzing. But over time, these little remarks chip away at your confidence. They plant seeds of self-doubt, making you wonder if you're truly capable. The thing is, behavior like this is absolutely unfair. And the worst part? You might not even realize it's happening. That's the trick with backhanded compliments. They make you question yourself instead of the person giving them. People like Dennis are insecure. They fear being outshined, so they attempt to dim your light with subtle digs. Instead of openly expressing their jealousy or working on self-improvement, they use passive aggression as a tool to undermine you. As Epictetus reminds us, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. A person who refuses to acknowledge their own insecurities will resort to tearing others down instead of building themselves up. Pay attention to how people make you feel after they compliment you. If you walk away feeling small instead of empowered, recognize the manipulation. The best strategy? Respond with a neutral, "Thanks, I appreciate that," and move on. Deny them the reaction they seek. 2. They exclude you from important conversations. At company lunches, Richard noticed something strange. Whenever he approached a group, the conversation would suddenly shift. People who acted friendly one-on-one would lower their voices or abruptly change the topic when he arrived. Now, imagine you're in Richard's shoes. You walk into a room where people who claim to like you suddenly go silent. Would you feel paranoid? Would you tell yourself you're just imagining things? Or would you trust the feeling in your gut that something is off? Such treatment is unjustified. It stings, and it's unfair. But your reaction is what matters. If you let exclusion damage your self-worth, you hand power to those who don't deserve it. Exclusion is a form of control. Some people maintain social dominance by making others feel like outsiders. They may see you as competition or feel threatened by your presence. Instead of confronting their emotions, they use silent tactics to push you away. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If you dwell on the negativity of others, you give them control over your emotions. Instead, focus on relationships that bring you joy. If you constantly feel left out or like an outsider, take the hint. Do not chase approval where it is not freely given. Instead, shift your energy towards people who genuinely welcome you. The Stoic way is to detach from shallow relationships and seek depth where it exists. 3. Their body language betrays them. People can fake words, but their bodies will betray them. Richard noticed that when he spoke, some colleagues would cross their arms, avoid eye contact, or lean away ever so slightly. They forced a smile, but it was not a warm one. Now, think about your own experiences. Have you ever been in a room where someone's words were kind but something felt off? Did you dismiss your instincts, telling yourself, maybe I'm imagining it? And that is totally unfair, yes. But remember, people have the right to feel how they feel. The real question is, are you willing to keep investing in someone who subtly recoils from you? Body language is often unconscious. People who secretly dislike you may force politeness, but their subconscious reveals their true feelings. It could be resentment, discomfort, or even envy. Either way, their nonverbal cues expose them. Seneca once advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Sometimes we overanalyze people's behavior, but when a pattern emerges, trust your intuition. Learn to trust nonverbal cues. If someone's body language tells you they're uncomfortable around you, believe it. Stop making excuses for people who don't truly embrace your presence. 4. They only support you when it benefits them. Richard had a colleague, Sarah, who was always supportive when she needed something. She would flatter him when she required help on a project, but would be dismissive when he needed support in return. Now, imagine yourself in Richard's position. You start to notice that someone only praises you when it serves their interests. How would that feel? Would you start questioning their sincerity? Do you think it is fair? It's a one-sided relationship, and it's unfair. Friendship should be mutual, not transactional. Some people are opportunists. They view relationships as a means to an end. Instead of valuing genuine human connection, they prioritize their own gain. Epictetus reminds us, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Some people's wealth is in what they can take from others, not in what they can give. Watch for patterns. If someone only lifts you up when it benefits them, distance yourself. Surround yourself with those who offer support unconditionally, not as a means to an end. 5. They imitate you, but not to admire you. Richard started noticing that a certain coworker, Jake, would copy his mannerisms, phrases, and even work strategies, but never in a way that felt flattering. Instead, it seemed like Jake was trying to outshine him. Now think about this. If someone mimicked you, but only to compete with you, how would you feel? Flattered or suspicious? Some people imitate others not out of admiration, but out of envy. They seek to absorb your qualities while secretly resenting you for possessing them. Seneca reminds us, while we teach, we learn. Those who try to copy us but refuse to acknowledge our influence are learning from us while hiding their true intentions. Imitation with bad intentions is a sign of hidden rivalry. True friends don't see you as a competitor. They celebrate your uniqueness. Stay aware. 6. They only support you when it benefits them. Richard noticed that certain people in his circle only encouraged him when they had something to gain. If he was succeeding in a way that didn't serve their interests, they were silent or dismissive. Now put yourself in Richard's place. Imagine achieving something important, only to be met with indifference or a forced smile. Would that not reveal who truly values you? People with selfish motives only offer support when it aligns with their personal interests. They see relationships as transactions rather than bonds built on genuine care. True friendship is unconditional. If someone's support is transactional, they are not your ally. Recognize the pattern and detach with wisdom. 7. They spread subtle rumors about you. Richard started noticing that people treated him differently even though he hadn't changed. It turned out that someone had been subtly planting doubts about his character, twisting harmless details into something negative. Now imagine yourself in Richard's situation. How would it feel to be quietly undermined, with people forming opinions about you based on lies or distortions? It's frustrating and deeply unfair. Gossip is often driven by jealousy or insecurity. Those who spread rumors do so to elevate themselves by bringing others down. Instead of facing their shortcomings, they manipulate perceptions. Do not waste energy defending yourself against lies. Instead, let your character speak for itself. The truth always reveals itself in time. As Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Apply this to yourself and expect the same from others. Recognizing the signs of fake friendships is crucial for maintaining your self-respect, emotional well-being, and personal growth. When you understand that not everyone who smiles at you is your friend, you gain the power to set boundaries and protect your peace. The Stoics teach us that external approval is fleeting, but self-awareness and inner strength are everlasting. Surround yourself with people who genuinely support and uplift you. Life is too short to entertain insincerity. Choose your circle wisely. If you recognize these signs in someone, don't be afraid to walk away. Some people pretend to be your friend because it benefits them socially, professionally, or emotionally. They want access to your energy, your kindness, or your resources, but they do not genuinely care about you. The sooner you recognize this, the sooner you can protect your peace. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. Have you noticed these signs in someone? Have you ignored your gut feelings for too long? If so, it's time to reclaim your energy. Have you ever dealt with fake friends? How did you handle it? Let's learn from each other. And if you found this video valuable, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who would benefit from it. They will appreciate that you care about them. Also, don't forget to check out my other life-transforming videos on the Stoic Smart channel. Remember, protect your peace, choose your circle wisely, and as always, stay strong.